Krishna, 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 hey. Krishna, 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 hey. Krishna, 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 Rakshamam. Krishna, 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 Rakshamam. Krishna, 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 Pahimam. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rakshamam. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Pahimam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savatbhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvi Tangscha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Haraye Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Gopala Govinda Rama Sri Madhusudana Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Bodhavani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarane Trinadapi Sunichena Torar Iva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari Hare Nama Hare Nama Hare Nama Eva Kivalam Kalo Nastyeva 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 Gatir Anyata Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are studying the Krishna-lila, the disappearance of Krishna. Today we will visit Dwaraka. There are 3 episodes today. First, Lord Brahma and the demigods visit Dwaraka to offer prayers to Krishna. Sri Shukadev Goswami said, Lord Brahma then set off for Dwaraka, accompanied by his own sons, as well as by demigods and great Prajapatis. The bestower of all auspiciousness, Lord Shiva, also went, surrounded by his many ghostly creatures. Even the powerful Lord Indradeva, along with the Maruts, Adityas, Vasus, Ashwini Kumaras, Ribhus, Angiras, Rudras, Vishvedevas, Sadyas, Gandharvas, Apsaras, Nagas, Siddhas, Charanas, Guyakyas, the great sages and forefathers, as well as the Vidyadharas and Kinnaras, all arrived at the city of Dwaraka, hoping to see Lord Krishna. Vapushayena Bhagavan Naraloka Manoramaha Yasho Vitene Lokeshu Sarvaloka Malapaham. By his transcendental form, the Supreme Lord, Krishna, enchanted all human beings and spread his own fame throughout the 3 worlds. Krishna's glories destroy all contamination within the universe. And in that resplendent city of Dwaraka, rich with all superior opulences, the demigods held with avitripta, unsatiated eyes, the wonderful form of Sri Krishna. The demigods covered Jagat Ishwar, the Supreme Lord of the universe, with flower garlands brought from the gardens of heaven. Then the demigods praised Krishna as Yadu Uttamam, the best of all the Yadu dynasty. They glorified him with statements containing charming words and ideas. The demigods then began to speak. O Nath, O dear Lord, advanced mystic yogis, striving for liberation from the severe bondage of material work. Meditate with great devotion upon your lotus feet within their hearts. Dedicating our intelligence, senses, vital air, mind, and power of speech unto your lordship, we demigods bow down at your lotus feet. O Ajita, O unconquerable Lord, you engage your illusory energy, composed of three modes, to unleash, maintain, and devastate Durvibhavyam, this inconceivable, manifest material cosmos, and you do this all within your own self. As the supreme superintendent of Maya, you appear to be situated in the interaction of the modes of nature. However, you are never affected by any material activity. In fact, you are directly engaged in your own eternal spiritual bliss, and therefore you cannot be accused of any sort of material affection, for you are Anavadya, the unimpeachable Lord. O Rishabha, O greatest of all, those whose consciousness is polluted by illusion cannot purify themselves merely by ordinary worship, study of the Vedas, charity, austerity, and ritual activities. Dear Lord, you are Idya, the most worshipful one. Those pure souls who have developed a powerful transcendental faith in your glories achieve a purified state of existence that can never be attained by those lacking such faith. Great sages, desiring the highest benefit in life, always cherish your lotus feet within their hearts, which are melted by love for you. Similarly, your self-controlled devotees, desiring to cross beyond the material kingdom of even heaven in order to achieve opulence equal to yours, worship your lotus feet in the morning, at noon, and in the evening. Thus, they meditate upon your lordship in your Chaturvyuha, or quadruple expansion, known as Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. O Lord, your lotus feet are just like a blazing fire that burns to ashes all the inauspicious desires for material sense gratification. Those about to offer oblations into the fire of sacrifice, in accordance with the Rig, Yajur, and Samavedas, also meditate on your lotus feet. Similarly, the practitioners of transcendental yoga meditate upon your lotus feet as well, hoping for knowledge about your divine mystic potency. And of course, the most elevated pure devotees perfectly worship your lotus feet, desiring to cross beyond your material illusory potency. O Vibhu, O Almighty Lord, you are so kind to your servants that you have accepted this withered flower garland that we have placed on your chest. Since Bhagavati, the female counterpart of your lordship, known as Sri, the goddess of fortune, makes her abode on your transcendental chest, and therefore it is known as Sri Vatsa. She will, however, undoubtedly become agitated like a jealous co-wife upon seeing our offering also dwelling there on your chest. And yet, you are so merciful that you will neglect your own eternal consort Lakshmi and accept our offering as most excellent worship. O merciful Lord, may your lotus feet always act as Dhuma Ketuha, a blazing fire to consume the inauspicious material desires within our hearts. O Bhuman, O omnipotent Lord, in your incarnation as Trivikrama Vamanadev, you raised your leg like a flagpole to break the shell of this universe, thus allowing the holy Ganga to flow down like a banner of victory in 3 branches throughout the 3 planetary systems. By your 3 mighty steps, your lordship captured Bali Maharaj along with his universal kingdom. Your lotus feet inspire fear in all the demons by driving them down to hell, and those same lotus feet inspire fearlessness among your devotees by elevating them to the perfection of heavenly life. We demigods are sincerely trying to worship you, our Lord. Therefore, O Krishna, your lotus feet, may they kindly free us from all of our sinful reactions. Dear Lord, you are Purusha Uttama, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the transcendental entity, who is superior to both material nature and the enjoyer of nature. May your lotus feet bestow transcendental pleasure upon us. All of us great demigods, beginning with Lord Brahma, are embodied living entities, struggling painfully with one another under the strict control of your time factor. Thus, we are just like bulls dragged by ropes tied through our pierced noses. Dear Lord, you are the cause of creation, maintenance, and destruction of this universe. As supreme time, you regulate the subtle and manifest states of material nature, and you control every living being. As the threefold wheel of time, you diminish all things by your Gabira Roya, imperceptible actions, and thus you are the supreme God. O dear Lord, the original Purusha, Mahavishnu, acquires his creative potency from you. Thus, with infallible energy, Mahavishnu impregnates material nature, producing the Mahatattva. Then, the Mahatattva, which is the amalgamated total material energy, endowed with the potency of you, produces from itself the primeval golden egg of the universe, which is covered by various layers of material elements. O Lord, you are the supreme creator of this universe, and you are Adhisha, the ultimate controller of all moving and non-moving living entities. You are Rishika Pate, the supreme controller of all sensory activities. And in this way, you never become contaminated or entangled in the course of your supervision of the infinite sensory activities within this material creation. On the other hand, other living entities, even yogis and philosophers, are disturbed and frightened simply by remembering the material objects which they have supposedly renounced in their pursuit of enlightenment. O Lord, you are living with 16,000 exquisitely beautiful aristocratic wives. By their irresistible coy and smiling glances, and also by their lovely arching eyebrows, they send you messages of eager conjugal love. But they are completely unable to disturb the mind and senses of your lordship. The nectar-bearing rivers of discussions about you, and also the holy rivers generated from the bathing of your lotus feet, are able to destroy all contamination within the three worlds. Those who are striving for purification associate with the holy narrations of your glories by hearing them with their ears, and they associate with the holy rivers flowing from your lotus feet by physically bathing in them. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everything still sound good? Let us continue. This next episode is entitled, Lord Brahma requests Krishna to return to the spiritual world. Sri Shukadeva Goswami continued to instruct Maharaj Parikshit. After Lord Brahma, along with Lord Shiva and the other demigods, thus offered prayers to the Supreme Lord, whose original name is Govinda, Lord Brahma situated himself in the sky and addressed Krishna as follows. My dear Lord, previously we demigods requested you to remove the burden of the earth. O unlimited personality of Godhead, that request has now certainly been fulfilled. My Lord, you have re-established the principles of religion among pious men who are always firmly bound to the truth. And you have also distributed your glories all over the world, and thus the whole world can be purified by hearing about you. Descending into the dynasty of King Yadu, you have manifested your unique transcendental form. And for the benefit of the entire universe, you have executed magnanimous transcendental activities. My dear Lord, those pious and saintly persons who, in the age of Kali, hear about your transcendental activities and also glorify them, will easily cross over the darkness of this age. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O my Lord, you have descended into the Yadu dynasty, and thus you have spent 125 autumns with your devotees. And so, my dear Lord, there is nothing remaining at this time for your Lordship to do on behalf of all of us demigods. And you have already withdrawn your dynasty by the curse of the Brahmanas. O Lord, you are the basis of everything. And if you so desire, kindly return now to your own abode in the spiritual world. At the same time, we humbly beg that you always protect us. After all, we are your humble servants, and on your behalf, we are managing the universal situation. We, along with our planets and followers, require your constant protection. So this last statement is quite significant, because many people are not properly understanding the demigods. Many people think that Krishna is just one of the demigods, and that all of the demigods are equal. But notice what Brahma, the topmost authority, says. He says, first of all, we are your humble servants. And then here's the thing. On your behalf, we are managing the universal situation. This is the proper understanding of what is a demigod. They are not independent gods. They are not equal to Krishna. They are not superior to Krishna. They are Krishna's servants, and their service is to maintain and manage the cosmic manifestation. That is the real understanding of the relationship between the demigods, beginning with Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, all the way. All of them are simply servants of Krishna. Today's final episode is Krishna's response to what the demigods prayed and what to Lord Brahma has just said. Here is Krishna's response. O Brahmaji, Lord of the demigods, I understand your prayers and your request. Having removed the burden of the earth, I have executed everything that was required on your behalf. That very Yadava dynasty in which I appeared became greatly magnified in opulence, especially in their physical strength and courage, and to the extent that they threatened to devour the whole world. Therefore, I have stopped them, just as the shore holds back the great ocean. For if I were to leave this world without withdrawing the overly proud members of my Yadu dynasty, the whole world would soon be destroyed by the deluge of their unlimited expansion. But now, due to the Brahmana's curse, the annihilation of my family has already begun. O sinless Brahma, when this annihilation is finished, and I am en route back to Godhead, I will pay a small visit to your abode. Sri Shukadeva Goswami then said, thus, addressed by the Lord of the universe, the self-born Lord Brahma fell down in obeisances at the lotus feet of Krishna, there in Dwaraka. Surrounded by all the demigods, the great Brahma then returned to his personal abode. Thereafter, the personality of Godhead observed that tremendous disturbances were taking place in the holy city of Dwaraka. Thus, the Lord spoke to all the assembled senior members of the Yadu dynasty as follows. Dear elders, our dynasty has been cursed by the Brahmanas. Such a curse is impossible to counteract. And thus, great disturbances are appearing everywhere around us. My dear respected elders, we must not remain any longer in this place if we wish to keep our lives intact. So let us go this very day to the most pious place known as Prabhas. We have no time to delay. It is said that once the moon was afflicted with tuberculosis, and because of the curse of Daksha. But just by taking bath at Prabhasa Kshetra, the moon was immediately freed from his sinful reaction and again resumed the waxing of his phases. By bathing at Prabhasa Kshetra, by offering sacrifice there to placate and pacify the forefathers and the demigods, by feeding the worshipable Brahmanas with various delicious foodstuffs, and by bestowing opulent gifts upon them as the most suitable candidates for charity, certainly we will cross over these terrible dangers through such acts of charity, just as one can cross over a great ocean in a suitable boat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste Narasimhaya, Prahlad Ahlada Dayane, Hiranya Kashi Puravaksha, Shilatanka Nakalaye, Ito Nrsinga Parato Nrsinga, Yato Yamitato Nrsinga, Bahir Nrsinga Hridaye Nrsinga, Nrsingham Ading Sharanang Prapadye, Nrsingham Ading Sharanang Prapadye, Tavakara Kamala Vare Nakam Adbhuta Sringam, Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam, Keshavadrita Narahadi Rupa, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Keshavadrita Narahadi Rupa, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.